Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Chancellor Moore, Mr. President, elected officials, distinguished guests, members of the platform party, graduands, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, everyone, to our class of 2018 graduation celebration. I will now call upon Mrs. Bev Halushuk, who will lead us in the singing of O Canada. Please rise and remain standing until after the national anthem for the welcome to the traditional territory. Bev.
Thank you. O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
I'd like to also begin by acknowledging that we are on traditional territory of the Dakelth, and I regret to say that our elder who was going to come and give us a greeting is not with us today, but we thank her for being willing to do so. So please be seated, and I will now invite the Chancellor of the University of Northern British Columbia, the Honourable James Moore, to address this graduation celebration. Mr. Moore.
Thank you very much, Mark. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. It's a real pleasure to be here on the traditional and ancestral territory of our host First Nations. President and Vice Chancellor Dr. Dan Weeks, members of the Board of Governors and Senate of UNBC, UNBC faculty and staff, honored guests, alumni, family, and friends. I want to start off just with a couple of thank yous. First, I want to thank our faculty at UNBC for the great contributions to our institution that you do make on a daily basis. You know, we're very fortunate at UNBC to have devoted faculty members who are deeply committed to academic excellence and student success. To our faculty, I want to say thank you for all that you do, day in, day out, to make our institution one of the greatest institutions in all of Canada. I also want to thank the staff and leadership of the university for all you do year-round to keep our institution ambitiously leaning forward and operating at the highest of standards. We're incredibly fortunate to have so many wonderful staff members who are so committed to keeping our university amongst the most respected and highly ranked universities in all of the world. I also want to thank the families who have supported our students on their journey through UNBC, whether it's been through financial support, reassuring words of encouragement at just the right time, patience through missed family obligations, other sacrifices both large and small. Student success is in fact very often a family success. So thank you to the families of our students, because I know without you, today would in fact not be possible. Now to the 2018 graduating class of UNBC. It's my distinct honor to be here as both Chancellor and as an alumni of UNBC on your day to celebrate your success as students at our great university. You got here. You made it. Congratulations. You've worked incredibly hard to reach this day. You've managed challenging classes, you've volunteered, and you've been active in our community. You've worked while taking classes, sometimes holding down a couple of jobs to make ends meet. And I know that some of our students have overcome some tough personal struggles and heartbreaking tragedies in order to achieve the honors that you are earning here today. You've also made some lifelong friends. You have some new allies in life as you move forward into the next chapter of your lives, and you've discovered what you're made of, with a strengthened sense of purpose and ambition. But more than that, you've learned the virtues of self-sacrifice, deferred gratification, and self-discipline that are necessary to grow and thrive well beyond the walls and halls of UNBC. You know, my father taught me that there are three pillars to a successful life: experiences, accomplishments, and relationships. Have as many of all three as you possibly can. Experiences. Have as many as you can, real experiences in life. Travel as much as you can. Experience culture and food and literature and adventure. Be open to everything and leave no regrets. Have stories and wisdom to tell and to share with people so that you leave no regrets when your life passes you by. So real experiences, accomplishments, real accomplishments, like what we're celebrating here today. The real rewarding victories of life, whether it's studying, building a business, writing, or some other personal or academic or professional accomplishment. Pursue as many real substantive accomplishments in your life as you can. And relationships. Family and friends, loved ones and colleagues, build and cherish those bonds and build a greater family and network to as large as you can throughout your life. You need your relationships to pick you up, to pull you through, to open doors, to fix your wounds, to build your life. Work on your relationships and cherish those in your life. Experiences, accomplishments, and relationships. Have as many of them as you can in your life. They are the three pillars of a life well lived. And you know, one last little piece of advice I'll give here in closing, and it's this, is to be brave. You know, there are exactly two ways that you can choose to live your life. You can live your life afraid, or you can live your life. You're going to get knocked down. And in one analog, and I know in Canada we do this all the time, but in one analog, life is a little bit like hockey in this sense. You either have the puck and you're on offense and you're driving and taking control and moving forward in life, or you don't and you're on defense and you're in retreat. So get at it. Pick yourself up, keep moving forward, get knocked down, do it again, keep moving forward, and don't stop in pursuit of as many experiences, accomplishments, and relationships as you can in the whole of your life. Again, to the graduating class, I want to thank you as Chancellor for allowing me the opportunity to be the first person to congratulate you on your accomplishments here at UNBC. This is a real accomplishment. I hope for you it's been a real experience, and I want to thank you for allowing me to be part of this great UNBC relationship that you've built through your contributions to our school. So to the graduating class, congratulations, and thank you for allowing me to be part of your very special day. And now it's my pleasure to invite to the stage the President of UNBC and Vice Chancellor, Dr. Dan Weeks.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I too want to add my appreciation to be here on the traditional territory of our host First Nation. It is a real honor to do so. Well, elders, matriarchs, Mr. Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of our faculty and staff, families, and especially you, the graduands, it's an honor and pleasure to be here today to share this very special day with you. Now, I typically come here each year, and I use this day to tell you a little bit about the tremendous year that we had at UNBC. And indeed, we had a pretty great year. I could, in fact, tell you quite a bit about the entire UNBC community and how it responded to the unprecedented humanitarian response to the wildlife crisis that we experienced in 2017. In fact, I could talk to you about, for the first time ever, UNBC was included on the prestigious Times Higher Education ranking, and we ranked amongst the top 4% of universities in the world. I could speak to the tremendous work done by our faculty and our staff and the research that they do, answering some of the world's most pressing questions. And they do so right here in the North and come up with solutions that have global impact. I could talk about our donors and the great work that they do each year. In fact, I could give you a little heads up that we're going to close out our Northern Leadership campaign this year. We're going to blow our original goal of $15 million. We're going to blow that right out of the water. I could do all those things, but I'm not going to do that today. No, I actually thought I'd use the next few moments to read you a short poem. It's a poem by John Masefield. John was Britain's poet laureate from 1930 to 1967, and he wrote this poem in 1946 in the inauguration of the Chancellor of the University of Sheffield in the aftermath of World War II. The words are as poignant today as they were then. They speak to really our modern times and many of the current events that are happening in our world today. And I hope you agree it speaks to all of us. And it has the most beautiful name of a poem. It's called The Beauty of a University. There are few earthly things more splendid than a university. In these days of broken frontiers and collapsing values, where every future looks grim, and the dams are down and the floods are making misery, when every ancient foothold becomes something of a quagmire. Wherever a university stands, it stands and shines. Wherever it exists, the free minds of men, urged on to full and fair inquiry, may still bring wisdom into human affairs. There are few earthly things more beautiful than a university. It's a place where those who hate ignorance may strive to know, where those who perceive truth may strive to make others see, where seekers and learners alike, banded together in the search for new knowledge, will honor thought in all its finer ways, will welcome thinkers in distress or in exile, will uphold ever the dignity of thought and learning, and will exact standards in these things. They give to the young their impressionable years the bond of lofty purpose shared, of a great corporate life whose links will not be loosened until they die. They give young people that close companionship for which youth longs, and that chance of endless discussion of the themes which are endless, without which youth would seem a waste of time. There are few things more enduring than a university. Religions may split into sect or heresy, dynasties may perish or be supplanted, but for century after century, the university will continue, and the stream of life will pass through it. And the thinker and the seeker will be bound together in the undying cause of bringing thought into the world. To be a member of these great societies must ever be a glad distinction. So I would say to you, the graduates that we honor here today, as you receive your alumni pin, know that you are now and forever part of one of these great institutions, one of these great societies. You are part of the stream of life that flows through UNBC. You have joined an incredible UNBC Alumni Association, now numbering more than 14,000 around the world. I hope your time at UNBC has been wonderful, but I hope that's not your best years. Quite the opposite. I hope that we've given you a foundation such that each year as you go forward is better than the one that preceded it. So think about us, don't forget us, keep in touch. We are always there for you, and my heartiest congratulations to all of you.
I would like to thank the College of New Caledonia for their collaboration in program delivery on this campus. I'd also like to thank all faculty and staff members for their hard work and service. And I'm now going to invite the Chancellor, President, Registrar, Dean, Orator, Alumni Relations Officer to come forward for the confirmation of the conferred credentials. Is that Dean on my list? I just read it.
Mark, they're going to pass that. They're going to pass from the stage, right? Yes.
Yes. It is my pleasure to call to the stage students whose credentials are conferred. I present the graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Nursing, Andrea Blades. Kristen Brusso. Heather Day. Shailene Erikin Ehu. Courtney Johnson. Erica Kirby. Cassidy No. Alex Laird. Eleanor McEwen. Scovia Odung. Katie Palfrey. Haley Paminter. Gira Siayan. Vanessa Sido. Tashina William. Christine Winchester. Taya Yamamoto. This completes the degree of the Bachelor of Science in Nursing. I present the graduate for certificates. Angela Hans. Linda Jack. This completes the graduates for certificates. Mr. Chancellor, this completes the graduate for certificates and credentials.
It is now my pleasure to call upon this year's graduate speakers, Kate Palfrey and Vanessa Saito, to address the graduating class of 2018. Please.
Hi, everyone. My name is Vanessa Saito. I'm very honored to be speaking on behalf of the 2018 nursing graduate students. It seems like yesterday, not. When we walked into the campus and we're novices, we had no idea what we were doing. But today we walk out with the knowledge essential to start our career, our nursing career. We were novices in the first years, and now we have graduated and we become new grads, which is just like novices in the nursing world. Nursing became our lives, and I know the only consistent exercise that I did through our nursing school was carrying all those heavy textbooks and doing brain exercises because we had to read like 30 chapters within like 2 days, and you're like, oh, you have to get them done, and you're like, our brains are literally lifting weights. So in between the novice to be RNs, we faced a lot of challenges and obstacles that made our experiences even more worth fighting for. We all know what I mean, and the long nights and the exhaustions and the anxiety and the mini assignments and test panics. Oh my God, OSCEs. And so the challenges that we hold dear to us is what contraindicates the crucial part of nursing, human connections. We were for months at a time, we were hogging our textbooks, sleeping with a textbook. I know my textbook had a side of the bed. We were away from home for several periods of time, away from our family, and for some of us, even up to 11,674 kilometers away from home to pursue nursing. So why did we embark on this journey? Well, throughout what everyone's been saying, and I think I've been attentive to what everyone's been saying, and we can all agree that we came into nursing because it's a noble and it's a virtuous profession. And let's not forget the critical thinking that goes with nursing. And nursing is also a mutually rewarding profession where we can save lives with our knowledge and our personalities, through touch, through care, and through genuity. Nurses are remembered for their care, their presence to their clients and their community and whoever they're with. Our practicums have solidified our passion for nursing, as well as our knowledge for our future careers. Also, there are knowledge banks in Quesnel, which we got our knowledge from in form of our instructors, that we have modeled our nursing to be. So I'm going to list a few, not all of them, but we all want to have experiences like Ann Lloyd. We want to be great advocates like Renee Peterson. We want to pursue pursuit of knowledge and fast critical thinking like Jazz Johal. We want to be compassionate and mentally present like Clara. We want to be down to earth and knowledgeable like Jen Francis. We want to be great teacher and transmitter of knowledge like Darlene. So we have great nurses that have taught us, and we know that we are confident to carry along these teachings and these learnings into our career. So I want to thank the faculty. I want to thank our family members. And I'm going to give a few shout-outs because we need them. So I'm going to shout out to our individual supports, whoever was the support systems during the nursing season, nursing process, nursing school, and nursing life, basically, for the last 4 years. And I want to shout out to the individual support systems. I want to thank the support systems for our test seasons, our OSCE seasons, our clinical days with 50-page of care plans. Oh my gosh, I thank God I did not have to do any one more of those ones. We're all walking out of here and we're like, oh my God, thank goodness the care plans are only a few boxes in real life. Our support systems, whoever they are, parents, significant others, friends, children, I want to thank you for contributing to our success, and thank you for being the free conscious or subconscious therapy sessions that we had in our nursing school. Regardless, you had no idea. We will have breakdowns and we'll be like, oh, I just want to talk, hi. You are a support system because you took us through nursing school. And we're confident that we're going out of here representing UNBC, representing ourselves, and representing nursing, the profession with dignity. And we would ensure that we carry this out through our nursing career. With that being said, I want to thank everyone who's made it out here to celebrate with us. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Wow, there's a lot of you. Okay. First, I'd like to welcome everyone here, obviously my fellow graduates, esteemed faculty, dignitaries that are here with us, and all of you, family and friends. And I also want to recognize that we're on the traditional territory of Tla'aque Dene Nation, to thank them for their continued support for all the knowledge speakers, or knowledge seekers and speakers, I guess, such as this phenomenal class of 2018. My name is Kate Pelfrey, forgot to mention that. I thought a lot about what to say to you all out here, and this has been such a journey for all of us, and I decided I really wanted to talk a little bit about gratitude, because it's so important. So I'd like to say it's such an honor to be here, to be representing this phenomenal group of nurses. We all arrived here in Quesnel from very different backgrounds, came to nursing for different reasons. Some of us, such as myself, have had a bit more extensive life experience before arriving here. And some of them are just beginning. Some of my classmates just came straight out of high school, out of secondary school. So this has made for a really interesting group dynamic within this class we have. I think we've all learned immensely from each other. We have grown leaps and bounds in the years we've been together. As the elder of the class, I kind of feel like a mama bear watching you guys all grow up and get more confident and strong and wonderful and beautiful. And so we really have created a really unique cohort together, which is super special. I'm personally grateful for all those memorable times with each and every one of you that I've been able to experience. So I think I can confidently say for all of us that nursing school was possibly a bit more intense ride than we had expected. To be fair, people warned us that it would be intense, et cetera, but I think as everyone knows, you don't actually believe what others tell you until you live it yourself a little bit. So, the expected challenges of academia, the long nights of studying, and the many papers. The finishing of those papers, and of course, to faculty only occasionally at the final hour. But also, nursing school really gave us more unexpected and challenging situations than I think any of us expected. Situations of huge emotional intensity, very steep learning curves. Most of those happened during our clinical experiences. And what we really experienced was that nursing, this profession we've all chosen, really is about life and death, and all of the vagaries of life that happen in between those two poles. And being witness to those types of emotional intensity really brings home the appreciation and the gratitude for simple things in life. For the smiles, for good eye contact, for the hugs, the therapeutic the therapeutic power of laughter and of listening. And of course, shoulders to cry upon. So I think it's safe to say, for myself and for all of our classmates, that nursing school was definitely a wild emotional roller coaster. And we were lucky enough to accompany us on this roller coaster ride with an amazing faculty. And I can say this, having done university once before, many moons ago, that the faculty at this university, both CNC and university, have been just spectacular. They have, through their own example, not only lectured, but have shown us how to communicate, how to empower, and how to advocate for those people in our care. And I personally want to thank them all. They've been a very special part of this journey for me personally. So while today marks the end of the defined student-teacher role with them, I know there are going to be certain phrases that our faculty have used repeatedly over the years that will stick with us as we all go off into our nursing practices. Now, there's some of those I can't actually say in good conscience. There are little people here. But there is one that I truly believe we should all keep in our hearts and minds, and it's one that resonated for me from day one. And that is for us all to go out into the world and, no matter what you do, be kind above all else. For I truly think that I'm sure every one of my classmates has found this in their clinical. It's not that our patients, they're not going to really necessarily remember our phenomenal nursing schools, which we learned here. What they are going to remember is that kind gesture we made towards them, or the extra time we spent with them and with their families. For me personally, it's those type of nurses that made me decide to go back to school late in life and do this. And I'm grateful for that mentorship of both our faculty and those nurses that I've known on a personal level. I hope to emulate their compassion as we all go out into the world. So while each of my cohort here will all leave with a diploma with their names on them, congratulations, we actually have it now. There's not one of us that has been able to do this amazing feat on our own. Without the support of the family and friends, you folks out there, it wouldn't have happened. So it is with great gratitude that I thank you all. First, my own personal support crew that are here today out there, as well as all of those that are supporting my classmates. Your love and support has been appreciated by us all. Okay, granted, we may not have told you that enough as we were writing our papers and doing our clinical and feeling really stressed during school, but we felt it and we appreciate it. So without you all, this whole nursing journey would have been a very incomplete journey. And we are all very humbled and honored to have you here with us to celebrate this today. And then a special note to my classmates. We actually did this, you guys. Congratulations to everybody for your dedication, your determination, your somewhat learned ability now to get by on very little sleep, and lots of caffeine, except for Christine. And still, for the most part, to be able to still smile at each other during this journey, because it was a challenge. I hope for each of you long, exciting careers, and I hope to hear all about them for years. I thank you each for the hugs, for the laughter. Oh, I'm gonna get emotional now. They all know I'm very emotional, so I cry a lot. For the emotional and the intellectual support that you guys have offered to me and to the rest of our classmates over the years. I know that with our skills and knowledge, each one of us is going to go out and make such a difference to our patients and a difference to our communities. May you all continue to learn, to practice your self-reflection and your journaling, to grow into ever more inspirational nurses. Be mindful of your own self-care, and don't forget how important it is to laugh and to cry and to be grateful for all those little things in life. And so in closing, I was asked by one of my classmates in particular for something that she will remember about the speech in 20 years. Okay, so yeah, there's no extra pressure on a speaker when you've been told that. So put some thought to it. And for her, I'm going to leave you guys with a little thought about being an optimist. And I'm really optimistic that she will remember it in 20 years. So, an optimist is someone who figures that taking a step backwards after taking a step forward really isn't a disaster. It's just a cha-cha. So, just remember to do your cha-cha through all the tough times, and everything will work out for you all. And I thank all of you guests for coming, and for all of your support for the graduating class and our certificate members, who we're happy to have you join here today, for this class of 2018. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All those whose credentials have been conferred here have had their names placed on the roll of convocation, and they are now entitled to all the rights and privileges of the now more than 14,000 alumni of the University of Northern British Columbia. Our Chancellor, the President, Platform Party, and faculty will now lead a recession, and that will be followed by the graduates, and the Platform Party, faculty, and graduates will do a photo session on those stairs there, after which you are all invited to join us for some light refreshments. So thank you all very much for coming. Please stand for the recession.
My name is Kathy Rath. I have taught some theory and some clinical to these lovely people to my right and left, and it is my pleasure to be the MC for our celebration today. I'd like to welcome, first of all, the staff and faculty from CNC and UNBC, some of whom have come down from Prince George. Showing your support and respect for our Quesnel students is very important to them. I also want to thank the students for coming. It's been a long haul for you, and I know that some of you just want to put school behind you. You have endured a lot of hard work and anxiety, but you have triumphed and soon will be launched out into the nursing world, ready to improve the world if we as faculty have done our job. But most of all, I want to welcome and to thank the family and friends of our students who have come out today. You have also endured. You have walked beside them through their doubts and fears, through their late nights and perhaps their tears, and you have shared their accomplishments and their newfound confidence. You have helped to create this new cohort of nurses who will soon be providing care to our communities with a professionalism and compassion that will make us all proud. I hope our students will also nurture the fledgling students who are coming up behind them so we can continue to fill the nursing gaps with more incredible people such as we have here. My father used to say, if you always want to have a job, be a nurse or a prison guard. I think they've made the right choice. Before we get started, I want to remind everyone that there are refreshments and snacks when we're done, and please stay and mingle and say hello. And now, I am pleased to introduce our team student speakers, Haley Parmenter and Erica Kirby.
Hey everybody. Well guys, we finally did it. We survived with each other for 4 years. That's 1,416 days of transforming ourselves from anxious first years to confident nurses. Those endless nights of studying somehow all seem worth it today. And I am so excited to finally celebrate this day with all of you and our families. For those of you who don't know our class, there are 19 women graduating today. Strong, confident, opinionated, smart women. And all of them in one room can be overwhelming to say the least. We are great at procrastinating. We will always find coffee, and if we're talking, we're probably talking about food. We absolutely adore our teachers, believe that hugs are the best hello, and endlessly support each other, whether that be babysitting or reading flashcards. We are a very complex group, and because of that, we have a dynamic that allows us to grow and foster our new careers. If there is one thing we can all agree on, We had amazing instructors come with us on this journey. They made us laugh, scared us to death, but whether they were our shoulder to cry on when nothing was going our way. We actually can't believe that they stuck with us after second year because honestly, it just wasn't clicking. And if it weren't for you guys, it never would have clicked and we wouldn't be here today. So thank you for sticking by us, pushing us when we needed it the most. Lastly, we are going to miss this college. We have spent hundreds of hours in these walls. The fresh smell of the building in the morning may haunt us for the rest of our lives. The staff here has given us an amazing experience, and we also want to thank you for making our second home a great place to be. So class of 2018, I hope you all do amazing things. Hopefully one of us will be president of the World Health Organization so we don't disappoint Clara. We did it, guys. Congratulations.
Hello graduates, parents, family, friends, and esteemed faculty. We made it. My name is Erica Kirby, and I would like to thank you for attending this ceremony and partaking in our very special day. I'm sure I can speak for all of us that the people in this room are those we hold dear, and in that, in one way or another, you have helped us get to this point. Take a moment to celebrate this. No more 3 a.m. phone calls, texts, or emails from us melting down, telling you how there is no possible way we can do it anymore. We just can't, even though obviously we could, because here we are today. Thank you for always having the time to calm us down and help bring about our sanity, reminding us that we embarked on this journey because we have an innate ability to care for others, and that it is our passion to do this work. And even if we try, we just couldn't imagine our lives as being anything other than a nurse. Thank you to our instructors who nudged us when we needed it, supported us when we were falling down, and told us throughout all of our doubts that in fact we can, and we have, that everything is scary until you've done it, and once you have, it's as easy as that. Also, thank you for all those last-minute deadlines extensions. We absolutely needed those. Infinite gratitude must be given to you for opening your hearts and passing the passion for your craft down onto us. We will take your lessons with us wherever we go. To my fellow baby nurses, if we made it through the endless all-nighters, exam weeks, and struggling to get just one more page in a paper, because what even is grounding theory anyway? And how the hell do I convince Kathy that I even remotely understand research? Because we all know I have no idea. I have never stuffed so many large words into a paper, and you can be assured I Googled every single one of them. After all of this, we can do anything. The tenacity and drive we possess has gotten us here. You've earned this. All of these skills and this higher level of thinking you fought so hard for over these past 4 years will never go away. You will always have this to guide you, to keep your feet on the ground while life leads you wherever you're meant to be. Some of us will go on to become specialty educated, earn a master's, or become nurse practitioners. Some may cross seas, while others will work to unite the small northern communities of which we have all grown so fond of. No matter where you go or what you do, remember, the work we do is precious, the lives we will touch are countless, and the lessons we will learn are endless. So keep your heart as open and as gushy as a bunch of melted gummy worms, ready to sweeten the day of all those you meet along the way. As this one chapter closes, another with boundless possibilities begins. To the graduates of 2018, I wish you all the good luck in the world, and I cannot wait to see what you achieve. But more, with this, I leave you a quote from Minor Myers Jr. Go into the world and do well, but more importantly, go into the world and do good. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Those were the best two speeches. Thank you so much. I'm going to introduce two people to you now so that I don't have to jump up and down. The first person will be reading out the biographies of each of the students, and this is Clara Antoniazzi. She's little. She's tough, but she's the one that all the students cry on her shoulder. And following her will be Dr. Sylvia Barton. She is the very supportive chair of the School of Nursing, and she will be talking about why we have the pinning ceremony and how important it is. Okay, so first of all, little Clara.
All right, Kathy. So I'm going to let Dr. Sylvia Barton talk about the importance of the pin and what it symbolizes, and then we'll have the presentation of the pins.
Thanks, Clara, and thank you, Kathy. Yes, as the chair of nursing, UNBC, it's a real pleasure to be here this afternoon and to see all the grads come full circle, and especially to have it all witnessed by your significant others and family members. It truly is a very special, special day. And I have to say, I've always loved coming down to Quesnel from Prince George and had the opportunity to have conversations during the fall term and winter term with these students. So I just really valued that, and we had lovely check-ins and conversations around what was working well and how their experience was going, and so that was very, very meaningful. So thank you for that. So it gives me great pleasure to just say a few words about the UNBC School of Nursing pin. And as you know, the pin is reflective of the bear paw design that we have over to the left here. But there's a bit of a story behind it, so let me share that with you. In May of 1996, the first group of nursing students graduated from UNBC with their Bachelor of Science of Nursing degrees. But it was one of the students, her name was Sarah Brown, a registered nurse and student in our post-diploma baccalaureate nursing program at that time, created the bear paw design, which was made into UNBC nursing program pendants, rings, and earrings. And so it's now that the bear paw has become the School of Nursing pin, which is presented to every Bachelor of Science graduate at UNBC. Now, Sarah chose the bear paw based on her experience working as a nurse in remote First Nations communities in BC and elsewhere. It was there that she learned that among many First Nations peoples, the bear paw is a symbol of protection, good medicine, as well as healing. This seemed a very fitting symbol to represent the philosophy and aims of the UNBC School of Nursing, with our unique focus on the health and well-being of rural, northern, and Aboriginal populations. A little bit of research reveals that the many-layered meaning of the bear and the bear paw. The bear has been revered by Indigenous peoples and cultures worldwide, and it's a symbol of power, courage, and strength. Representative of the mother goddess in some cultures, the bear was seen as a protector of childbirth and new life, peace-loving unless her cubs are threatened, and then fiercely protective. In North American Aboriginal cultures, the bear has been described as a symbol of regeneration. Just as the bear experiences a kind of death during hibernation, so with the bear's awakening, the earth seems healed after winter and awakens to new life. The solitary life of the bear makes it an icon for self-reflection and intuition. First Nations people felt a strong kinship to the bear. Not only does it stand on two legs and dine omnivorously like humans, the bear heals itself by seeking out and consuming medicinal herbs and roots. Long ago, First Nations people discovered that these natural medicines shown to them by the bear are safe and healing to humans as well. Thus, the bear's paw, with which it digs for these natural remedies, became the symbol for good medicine and healing. So as nurses, we live into these symbolic attributes of the bear. When we practice reflectively and heed our intuition, this gives us power for the good. We value life and work to foster quality in the lives of all we serve. We show courage in providing them protection from harm, and in the work of our hands, we bring healing. May you wear your bear paw pins with pride in your knowledge and skill for health and healing. So congratulations to you all. We're so proud of you.
Okay, the moment we've been waiting for. Read fast. You should have been more succinct. So I thought we'd have one student from one side and then one from the other. Okay? All right. Andrea Blades will be pinned by her sister Danielle Blades. Phew, what a sigh of relief. Assessments completed, medications given and signed for, no new orders, care plans updated, documentation completed, and my patients lying comfortably in bed. Thank goodness these past 4 years of nursing school are all about done. I have a lot to be proud of, and I have accomplished some challenging and rewarding experiences. I was able to work as an employed student nurse after my second year of nursing in acute care with some maternity experiences here at G.R. Baker Hospital. After third year, I got an employed student nurse position in the ICU and ER in Quesnel. I found that I was able to even further consolidate my skills and knowledge and held my own with all these great experiences. There are no words to describe how you feel making the decision and calling a code when a patient is deteriorating. Your instinct kicks in and you know just what you need to act. While I had my 2 employed student nurse positions, I worked as a care aide for the past 2 years. I worked a lot, I learned a lot, and I experienced a lot. I am forever grateful for these opportunities, and I am thankful to the staff at G.R. Baker Hospital. At this point, I should probably start thanking a few people. I want to thank my mom and dad for their endless support and encouragement. I have the best parents anyone could ask for, especially my mom. They really did mean it that moms can do anything, like picking up the phone every time I called and being my psychiatrist when times were stressful, keeping me laughing, for being supportive and being there no matter what. Danielle, I want to thank you for everything that you have done for me and with me. We have some great memories living together and completing our degrees. I think you will appreciate it if I mention that you're smarter, more talented, and my favorite sister. I could not have completed my degree without these two. I want to thank Angela for being awesome by letting me be her basement dweller, making me dinner from time to time, sarcasm, and being a great friend. Really, there would be times where I would go hide out in the basement for a week just studying. But after the exam was done, I would be upstairs like a human again. I want to thank Bobby for being just a super awesome friend. Thank you for the endless conversation and awesome work shifts we had together. I want to thank my Luke Bryan 2 a.m. conversation buddy Amanda. Ain't he just dreamy? I never thought I would meet someone who liked him as much as me, talk about him as much as me, and then I met you. I want to thank all my instructors for their encouragement and support throughout the past 4 years, as much as writing those papers were torture. My overall goal was to show my work ethic, dedication, and success within the RN program. Mission accomplished. Now, for new goals like writing the NCLEX this summer, I will be working in Vernon Jubilee Hospital, and I will be going back to school full-time in September to take the critical care, ICU, and ER courses at BCIT. I made some everlasting friends here in Quesnel, and that's the hardest part of leaving. Although I felt most at home working in the hospital, home is not a place, but a feeling, and I'm just ready to be home, enjoying living in the Okanagan with the sunshine, working on my tan, working lots, challenging myself, experiencing lots, be around my family, and having fun. Eleanor McEwen is being pinned by her son, Justice Adrian, and her daughter, Jillian Ray. My children have been my inspiration in pursuing my dream. I want to be a good example for them. I want to prove to them that dreams could come true. I want to show them that hard work and perseverance are vital qualities necessary to succeed. Justice and Jillian have witnessed most of my struggles going through school. During my difficult times, they were there for me, supported me, believed in me, and prayed for me. My children provided me the strength and ability to soar high, no matter what the challenges are. I would like to thank you, Justice and Jillian, for everything. I am forever grateful to have you in my life. I dedicate the fruits of my hard work for both you. You're my angels, my life, and my inspiration. Kristen Brousseau will be pinned by her mother, Gail. Our parents are the people cheering us on and guiding us through this world from the day we are born. They show us how to be kind and caring, that just because we fall down doesn't mean we can't stand back up. And they remind us that although things get tough, we have so much to be thankful for. That parent has been my mom. She has given me guidance through some of my hardest days, but also gives me a good dose of tough love when I need it. I chose my mom to give me this pin because without her, I would not be who I am, and I can promise that I would have never made it to where I am now if not for her. My mom has taught me some of the most essential qualities I take into nursing every day. These being to be kind and caring to all, to enter each situation with an open mind, to be respectful no matter if you don't agree with someone, and that a joke and a smile are worth more than anything. I know going forward that my mom will continue to be by my side no matter what, that she will be supporting my success and reminding me to learn from my mistakes, which what more can a person ask for? So thank you, Mom, for being you and giving me all I need to be successful. I'll love you forever, and words cannot express my gratitude. Scovia Odon is being pinned by her mother, Mary Odon. My second-year clinical was a make-or-break experience. I had a patient on Dilaudid for pain, and after 4 days of no bowel movement, I administered a fleet enema. This patient was able to mobilize with no difficulty, so he understood when to rush to the toilet when needed. An hour later, I went to check on him, and he stated, "I made a mess," as he ruffled his sheets. I automatically thought he must have messed his sheets. I ended up changing his sheets and giving him a new gown. 3 hours later, as I walked into the bathroom, I was met with a newly discovered colorative paint used to convey an abstract art. This art was a composition which existed with a degree of independence from any visual reference in the bathroom or the hospital at large. The artwork extended from the toilet seat, under the counter, over the counter, and on the wall. This was the only piece of art I was ever able to decipher and understand. As most people become emotional as they view different paintings in the museum, I was also moved. But only because I sympathized with the person who will have to ruin the breathtaking, literally art made with poop. I was told it was my responsibility to clean up the art. After an hour of soaking and scraping, the wall was white again. I found out later it wasn't my duty to clean the bathroom. Joke's on me. This experience has taught me to appreciate the glorified work that nurses do and the down and dirty. Because becoming a nurse wasn't my goal. I was more interested in rock formation and tectonic plates. I was going to be a geologist until my mom started taking me along to her work at the hospital. I immediately fell in love with her work as a labor and delivery nurse. I witnessed joy on her face when a healthy baby was delivered, sadness and grief when it is a stillborn, gentleness mixed with frustration as she begs for a husband to consent for his wife to have a C-section due to complications caused by female genital mutilation. I elected my mother today to pin me because she embodies the definition of a nurse. As a refugee exiled from her own country and serving a community of refugees from different countries, languages, culture, sex, and religion, she made it her mission to advocate and care for all equally. And now I gladly accept the torch. Now I enjoy telling gross stories over dinner with friends and family, admiring strangers' veins in public, and silently making nursing diagnoses and care plans for strangers I meet. I also discovered my bladder can carry more urine than anatomy and physiology taught me. And for the last time, Karen, I didn't become a nurse to marry a doctor, and yes, I chose to be a nurse. I never wanted to be a doctor. Heather Day will be pinned by her husband, Alex. No one deserves this honor more than Alex. He has been my fierce supporter of my education and seeing me succeed. He has given selflessly to our family and my education. This degree would not have been possible without his ever-ending commitment to me and my two daughters. For every clinical shift that conflicted with his work schedule, he would switch his shifts so that he could be home to take care of my daughters. Not only has Alex been steadfast in the stability and future of our lives, he chose to do something that very few people do. You see, Alex took it upon himself to love my daughters as his own and recently adopted them. They are no longer my daughters, but our daughters. Thank you, Alex, from the bottom of my heart. I'm so happy to already be living the dream with you. You are my hero. I would like to thank our daughters Cheyenne and Ariel. Many times over the last 4 years, they were woken before the crack of dawn to go to daycare, and they never complained. They have given me their hearts and lungs many times over the years so I could practice auscultating. Thank you for trusting me, and I'm so proud to be your mom. I'm so excited to travel the world with you and go on many new adventures. I'd like to thank my in-laws, Michael and Suzanne. They have traveled all the way from Halifax to be here this week. They have also patiently listened to me ramble on about nursing jargon during our many FaceTime calls over the years. Thank you for believing in me. Lastly, I'd like to thank my mom, who traveled from Ottawa to be here this week. When I was a teenager, my mom had first aid books that I read from cover to cover. I think this is where my interest in healthcare came from and led me to this stage right now. Thank you, Mom, for your love of books and passing on that love of books to me. Kate Palfrey is being pinned by her husband, Warren. As I think back on the years of nursing school, there are so many people who have been a part of my journey. Many of them are in this room today, and I thank you all for both the big and little things you have done that have allowed not only my success, but my classmates' success as well. I have chosen my husband, Warren, to pin me today. Though he physically may not have always been at my side, I have always known that emotionally he was supporting me. Today gives me a chance to say thank you for putting up with the long nights of studying and listening to yet another plan for a paper. Though you did admit by the last year of school, you weren't actually listening to me during those conversations. But I appreciate you being my sounding board in any case. It was helpful. And I thank you for putting up with the stress of nursing school that many in this room can relate to. Now that I have finished school, our family lives can go back to some degree of normalcy, and I am excited to share the next chapter of my life with you. Thank you for your support, Handsome. Shalane Eric and Haryu is being pinned by her father, Hanu. She would like to thank her father for his unwavering support throughout these years. From the very beginning, when he encouraged me to submit my application to the nursing program, to receiving the acceptance letter in the mail, moving me up to Quesnel, and all the countless phone calls in between. The words thank you just don't seem enough. I would not have been able to do this without you and your constant reassurance and support. Additionally, I would like to thank my family for everything they have done for me. My mom, sister, Nan, Papa, aunties Tia and Tara, Uncle David, cousins Carson and Hannah, and the whole community back home. I would also like to say a special thank you to Jordy for everything you do and for telling me I was good enough on days when I didn't believe it. Thank you to Scott and Dar for bringing me into your family when I was so far away from mine, and for your unconditional support throughout this journey. Lastly, I would like to thank my dogs, Eli and Rosie, for always being there, listening and loving me. It has been a whirlwind, and I can't believe I did it. Haley Parmenter will be pinned by her grandmother, Shauna Parmenter. I chose my grandma to pin me today because of her ongoing support, not only with nursing, but with everything I have ever done. If I decided to pursue cliff jumping as a career, she would have supported me and told me to enjoy the view on the way down. From helping me study pathophysiology terms in second year to making sure I had a warm cup of coffee after my night shift, she has been my rock that holds me down through these crazy 4 years. My entire family has been supportive throughout this entire process, and I cannot disregard how much effort it must have been for them to attempt to not kill me during exams and clinicals. To my boyfriend, who had to listen to my nasty nursing stories, my parents for listening to me say, "I failed, I know it," 1,000 times. To my friends, who taught me that Starbucks is the key to maintaining life, and to the rest of my family for helping me out with many things during the process. I wouldn't have made it through this program without you guys, and I can't thank you enough. You have all taught me the compassion, strength, and care that I will now use to heal and support my patients, making you all the heroes in my book. Courtney Johnston will be pinned by her fiancé, Liam Coombs. To Liam, who encouraged me from the beginning and supported me through every stressful exam and paper. The pursuit of this degree turned our lives upside down at times, but Liam was always there with a hug and a "it will be okay." I'm not sure if anyone is prouder of me than Liam, as he saw my struggles and sleepless nights more than anybody. I can't thank you enough for your endless love and support, and I can't wait to begin the rest of our lives together. I promise no more school, at least for a little while. To my son Ryder, thank you for all the cups of tea and snacks you brought me while I studied and wrote papers. This was all for you, Ryder, and I am incredibly proud of the strong and independent boy you have become. You inspire me every day to work a little bit harder and play harder too. You did it, buddy. You got your mom through nursing school. To my family, old and new, who believed I could from the beginning even when I wasn't sure I could, your unfaltering belief in me motivated me to the very end. Thank you to all the instructors who supported me through and had to read my papers. Your devotion and kindness to the nursing students is inspiring and something I will bring forward with me through the rest of my career. A huge thank you to Clara, who was always there with an open heart and a listening ear, and who inspires me to be a more caring professional every day. WWCL, what would Clara do? Finally, I would like to thank my friends in nursing school and out. Thank you for letting me rant, for understanding my crazy schedule, and for the glasses of wine that saved my sanity. Gita Cyan will be pinned by Lexi Sparrow and Sharon Cyan. I would like to start off by thanking everyone who has supported me throughout my journey. I want to thank my parents and grandparents for always supporting me and guiding me on the right path. I would also like to thank all the instructors for their support, knowledge, and wisdom. I also want to thank Clara for always being there for me and listening to me with a box of Kleenex and candy. Today, I chose Sharon and Lexi to do my pinning, as I would like to thank them for being there when I needed a shoulder to cry on and someone to talk to. Also, I want to thank them for always editing my essays, even if it was a day before they were due. They have always been there and given me encouragement and support. This journey has not been easy. It felt like a long roller coaster that I thought would never end. I cried a lot, and there were times I wanted to give up. But I can say this journey has been worth all the tears and long hours of studying. My dream of becoming a registered nurse has finally come true. After many long years and sleepless nights, this has been an amazing experience, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds. I would also like to congratulate all the graduates and wish them success in whichever path they choose. Erica Kirby is being pinned by her grandmother, Nadine Kirby. There are no amount of words that can be said that will ever be enough. My family has been the source of my strength and sanity throughout these 4 years. I could never have made it this far without them. My grandmother has been the foundation upon which my character was built. She taught me how to be strong and dedicated and to care about all those around me with great kindness. Thanks for all your unconditional support throughout these years. If I can become even half the woman that you are, I will be grateful. I didn't forget about you, G-Pa. Thanks for always being in the background and ready to give a much-needed hug. Mom, I hope you're proud up there. I made it. To my Froome family, my life has changed immensely over these 4 years, and I am infinitely grateful to have you all in it. I love you all so much. To my wonderful cousins and family in Edmonton, thank you for being my harbor when school was too much, and for showing me that I deserve to enjoy this life. The love I have beaming at me from all over is astounding, and I cannot even begin to express my gratitude. To Shalane, we made it. Now it's time for a break from school and unending study hours to enjoy the sunshine. I can't wait for what this life has in store for me, and I am so blessed to have you all along for the ride. Vanessa Cito is being pinned by her mother, Mrs. Irene Cito. There is no one else I would choose to do this honor than my lovely mother. I wholeheartedly love my strong, motivated, and supporting mother. I love you with all my heart and my limbic system, my amygdala. You have been the one consistent factor in my life and throughout nursing school. You are my biggest fan and support. My mom is the one person who is always truthful to me, regardless of the situation and context. I love her to the moon and back. My mom has financially, emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually supported me throughout nursing school. This pinning ceremony and my graduation from nursing school is the least I can give you for all your sacrifices for me. I have traveled across continents, and I haven't met any human as caring, patient, humble, loving, peaceful, gentle, open, authentic, honest, sincere, responsible, compassionate, courageous, determined, enthusiastic, friendly, generous, forgiving, joyful, and as wise as you are. I have always gone through life knowing that I can always rely on you, and you have never let me down. You are tactful in your words, and you have taught me to be a strong woman that is assertive towards my goals of caring for people. Your openness to understand people's culture and personal differences have impacted my openness and thinking. You have a beautiful personality and soul, and you have taught me commitment, empathy, and generosity through your selflessness. You are the most resilient person I know. Your resilience to struggles and life burdens has shaped you to become one of the strongest women I have ever known or heard of. It would be my life's goal to possess your personal qualities because I would adore being just like you. I am proud to call you my mother. You are the biggest influence in my life, and I would not have loved it any other way. As this pin is placed on me, the only face I want to look up to is yours. I love you, Mom, with love from your Benutu, the baby girl. Cassidy Knorr is being pinned by her mother, Megan Knorr. Cassidy would like to thank her parents for being so very supportive throughout these trying and challenging years of college and university, especially because they had to listen to any problem, big or small. Cassidy would like to thank her parents for always pointing her in the right direction when she was a little insecure of which way to go. Their wisdom is amazing. Cassidy would also like to thank her aunt and uncle for providing a place to stay when she had clinical in Prince George, and for also being extremely supportive on this journey. A special thank you goes to Netflix, Justin, and her pet rabbit for being the best distractions during her free time, or rather, not so free time. For the pinning ceremony, Cassidy chose her mom because after all, moms just know everything, plus more of what you don't know. Cassidy has enjoyed many of her clinical settings. Her top 3 were community health, gerontology, and maternity. Currently, Cassidy is working at Dunroven Park Lodge and is enjoying the rewarding feeling that nursing has to offer. In the future, Cassidy hopes the feeling of being a novice will disappear and her kindness and gentleness remain. And finally, it is our choices that show us what we truly are, far more than abilities. Albus Dumbledore. Tashina William is being pinned by her mother, Geraldine William, and boyfriend, Marshall Hacker. Today, I chose both my mother and my boyfriend to pin me. I am thankful for my mother, father, boyfriend, friends, and family who have all supported me throughout my years of nursing school. Thank you for allowing me to call you during all times of the day when life was stressful, especially during exam time. Thank you, Marshall, for spending countless hours reading and editing my essays, even when they were due the next day. Thank you, Mom, for being my shoulder to cry on, pushing me to try new things, and encouraging me to follow my dreams. Thank you to all the instructors and staff at the College of New Caledonia and the University of Northern British Columbia for helping me grow as a nursing student. Once again, I am so lucky to have such great friends and family. Your contributions to my success do not go unnoticed. If not for your care and support, I wouldn't be standing among the graduates today. Words cannot describe how important all of you are to me. Thank you for believing in me. This achievement would not have been possible without your support. Therefore, I owe my success to you. Thank you. Alex Laird is being pinned by her children, Jared and Samara. My children are pinning me as they are the reason I chose to pursue the dream of nursing and were a source of inspiration and motivation throughout the nursing program. My family has been a source of constant support, love, encouragement, and humor throughout this journey. I would like to thank my mom and her editorial skills, my dad for always being there to listen to me, my brother for his sense of humor and sarcasm, Shane for being patient and supportive when I did not think I could do this, Dale for the many hugs, and Tony and Kathy for their caring and kind words. I would also like to thank the many educator, mentors, friends, and healthcare professionals who have helped me develop my nursing practice. I would like to take this opportunity to pay special thanks to Bobby Bell for keeping me organized. She keeps all of us organized. Down to the last minute. Also to Clara for being a pillar of knowledge and maintaining an understanding of the stresses of nursing school. I am happy to begin my nursing journey in the community I grew up in and look forward to the future possibilities nursing provides me. Christine Winchester is being pinned by Rachel Cook. Rochelle, I debated. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to thank my family, friends, and coworkers who have supported me over the past 4 years. Juggling a family, full-time schooling, and full-time employment has not been an easy task. To all of you who never gave up on me, I'm done. We can visit, go for walks, have dinner, and do all those fun socializing things again. The person I have chosen to pin me is my longtime bestie, Rochelle. We started out this new high school graduates attending UNBC in 1997, and 20 years later, she's still here to support me. When I found out she was making the trip to be here for my graduation, I knew in my heart that she was the person for this task. In my first year nursing school, we are taught the importance of being non-judgmental, and that sums up Rochelle. She is one of the most caring and understanding humans I know. Rochelle has supported all my crazy ideas and life journey. She calmed my tears and praised my accomplishments. Many times she would be on the other end of the phone telling me to keep pushing forward as the end is near. Then there were the long periods where school kept me so busy there were no phone calls, and she never doubted our friendship and would send random texts of love and support. I will forever be grateful for each person in my life, and I would not be here without all the love and support I have received over the last 4 years. It takes a team to have success, and I am truly blessed with the amazing team I have in my life. Taya Yamamoto is being pinned by her mother, Penny Yamamoto. I chose my mother to pin me because she has been full of endless support for me throughout my nursing schooling. Regardless of where my schooling has taken me, I have always been able to call my mom for support and love after hard clinical days or lonely, boring days off. My whole entire family has given me such tremendous support from my very first dance solo throughout high school and until today. And I know that they will continue to be there for me during life's ups and downs. The reason, however, that I chose my mom over the rest of my extremely supportive family is because she has shown me over and over that she will strive to be positive and supportive of me, even when times are difficult for her. This past semester has been hard on my family emotionally, which really showed me what my family, especially my mom, is capable of in terms of strength, support, and hard work. I am so extremely grateful that my family is here to support me today, and I am so proud to have my mom pin me today. Thank you to all my family, friends, teachers, and of course preceptors and healthcare staff for helping and supporting me through nursing school. I will be starting my nursing career here in the community, and I look forward to seeing where my nursing journey takes me. And that concludes the presentation of the pins.
Congratulations, everybody. Now we begin some awards. We have 5 awards to give out, and I am going to present the first one. This is the UNBC Faculty Award, and it's supposed to go to the person who's improved the most, but that sort of suggests she didn't start off that great, and it's not true. It actually is going to someone that we as staff and faculty have seen grown and mature into a confidence and a wisdom that was quite marvelous. And this award goes to Shalane. And now Clara will come up and do a couple more awards, and then Sylvia is going to present another award.
Okay. So this award is presented by the Association of Registered Nurses of British Columbia. They were not able to attend today, so I'll present the award on their behalf. This award is awarded to a student who has clearly demonstrated leadership skills. This student has always behaved in a professional and ethical manner, having strong, respectful, and clear communication skills. She has been a model, a mentor to other students, and has certainly fostered a positive impression of the nursing profession. She also has one of the beautifulest smiles in the entire class. This award goes to Alex Laird. So I also have the honor of presenting the College of New Caledonia Leadership Award. So Judy Crane, who coordinates the years 1 and 2 of the program, could not join us today, but she wanted me to pass along her sincerest congratulations, and she wanted to wish you all the very best in your future endeavors. The CNC Leadership Award is awarded to the student that has exemplified leadership qualities throughout the 4 years of the nursing program. This student has always stepped up when the class needed a representative on associations or on committees, and has always volunteered when something needed to be done or organized outside activities outside of coursework. When the class was asked who this award should be presented to, only one name came forward, and that is Erica Kirby.
So it's my real pleasure, sincere pleasure, to announce the 2018 recipient of the School of Nursing Clinical and Academic Excellence Award to Kate Palfrey. So, Kate, congratulations on being selected to receive the School of Nursing Clinical and Academic Excellence Award for the 2018 NCBNP graduating class in Quesnel. So you have been awarded this honor for having achieved the highest overall grade point average of any student in your class. In addition, your clinical instructors, preceptors, and patients have consistently spoken of your performance as an excellent, safe, and caring nurse throughout your time as a student. So well done. And once again, congratulations on your achievement. We are very proud to have you as a graduate of the UNBC School of Nursing.
So there's one last award, and I don't think Danette is here from the union. She is here. Then I am very happy to introduce Danette Thompson, who is the chair of the Northeast Region for the British Columbia Nurses Union, to present a bursary. That's wonderful.
Thank you, everybody. It's my privilege to be here and to congratulate each of you on behalf of the British Columbia Nurses Union, 47,000 members strong. And I just welcome each of you into nursing and wish you long and successful careers. This year we've presented 4 awards across the Northeast, and we have asked your colleagues and teachers who really faced adversity and showed a great deal of resilience. And so the name that we've been given, and I'm very happy to award this to Sovia. So congratulations.
And we're almost done. I'd like to invite Dr. Sylvia to come up for some closing remarks, and then we will all meet for snacks and refreshments.
Great. Thanks, Kathy. What an emotional afternoon. It's really excellent. So, just in closing, congratulations. As the chair, I congratulate you all, graduating students of 2018. Here we are at the end of something very meaningful and significant. So I want to tell you all, first off, view this moment as having many stories to tell, and create opportunities to share those stories with others. I imagine there have been moments in the past few busy days when you have reflected on what comes next. Perhaps it was a moment on your decision to commence your undergraduate degree, a decision that will continue to profoundly shape and influence the unfolding of your life. Foundational to your continuing career is a desire to perpetuate creative acts of meaning and purpose. And those are acts encountered in the stories that people tell each other, which reveal fundamental elements of healing and well-being, of who we are and what we are becoming. And they are acts that embody the collective efforts of people who assist one another to proceed in the world in productive and moral ways, transferring what is known about each other and what is not. So contemplate and enact always the listening, humility, and kindness that is needed. The world, wrote the poet Wilkie, is large, but in us it is deep as the sea. We carry the stories within us by which the world is held together, and we ourselves become less elusive. And in our stories, there are created sacred places where we are able to attend to the waking of one another in the knowledge of ourselves. Such an elusive landscape reminds me of the advice given to young Native Americans at the time of their historical initiations. As you go the way of life, you will see a great chasm. Jump. It is not as wide as you think. Congratulations again, graduates of 2018. Be well, be safe, and stay connected to us.